Hello guys, welcome back to FX Capital Analysis and Forecasting. We approaching another week, which is week 15 of 2021. Hopefully you guys ready for our forecasting. This week we're going to have 7 top pair and 2 wildcard. Massive week, price approaching the structure very nicely. We're going to focus on our forecasting analysis to capitalize the next move for this week. First pair we're going to start to forecast is a gold pair. So we expect gold to have a high probability again for this week. So we understand in a high time frame, which is weekly time frame, this is in the middle of the structure of the big time frame. So normally we always go from the big time frame as to see the clear picture of the price. So there's a high probability price going to move to the downside, but very unlikely gold move to this area. So what we're going to expect is we're going to focus the lower time frame, what the price going to offer us. So we move to daily time frame. We understand this is big descending channel. This descending channel very important point, which is this area, which is the price keep pull back from this area. So we understand we have the sell setup move to the downside. However, we always to take care that possibility and probability able to playing out. So we're able to see the price break the structure and move to the upside. However, both position I'm able to capitalize if I have risk in place. So we move to 1 hour time frame to make our forecasting and our setup how we going to sell this position first. For this moment, I just wait for the price to develop, move to the upside, probably the whole week to let the price develop, move to this area. So I will wait price to move or set my daily entry, set my entry order from this area and ready to sell through downside based on the candlestick formation. So there will be one sell setup for gold. We let the price develop and we focus for other opportunity and not to focus on one particular pair because we always approach very sustainable a way to trade in forex. So next we going to forecast is pound Canadian dollar. Pound Canadian dollar in high time frame. You can see this is one big correction. So from this coming from this impulse, in the correction we can understand there's a structure developed in the correction itself. So what I expect is if we go to daily time frame, understand this is one of the structure price try to develop a ascending channel in the moment. So when I pull this trend line, we understand there's a possibility price pull back from here as a buy setup. So if price pull back from here, we're going to sell the setup, and we understand we have the other possibility, which is if price move to this area from this multi-touch, we're going to have another setup. So for this pair we have opportunities to enter the position. However, in lower time frame, what I focus on is a buy setup for the moment. So we have the possibility and 150 pips move to the downside, probably Wednesday or Tuesday. We let the price develop, and from this area I willing to buy this setup. So the setup will be from here, entry order always above the structure, stop loss below the structure, fits between this area. So probability set this first. So if we able to buy the setup from this area, the stop loss is always depend on the candlestick formation. So there will be the setup buy to downside. Buy to the upside. If we move to 4 hour time frame, we have a huge possibility, huge chances that we're going to capitalize from here. So hopefully you guys take notes and ready to move to the next plan. Next we have Australian dollar, Japanese yen. Australian Japanese yen at high time frame. We at the middle of structure, so we consider this is valid position. We move to lower time frame, price create quite a structure in the middle of structure, so this is one of valid position. We always focus on high probability area. However, if valid position able to give us the opportunity, we able to execute as well. But remember that we always focus on high probability rather than valid position. For this position, what I'm looking for is going to buy the setup from here. So my stop loss, similar strategy, that stop loss below the structure and let the price develop and move to the upside as a buy setup. So I just wait the price develop. If we count how many pips to the downside, it's only 100 pips, it's nothing. So it take 1 or 2 days to develop move to the downside. So this is considered a valid trade. Please take note, this is valid trade. We focus on high probability trade because valid trade is unlikely price have the high percentage to success. Next we move to not really a high percentage success for the valid position. Next we move to Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. Aussie dollar, we understand this is one big structure. We consider this is one touch, second touch, third touch, price still in the middle of structure. And this is one position that we able to capitalize. What I'm looking for is I just wait price to move to this area and sell this setup. That is high probability position. However, if you want to take a valid position, you're able to buy this position from this multi-touch as well. This is one touch, second touch, and third touch. We will press develop and move to the outside. Similar strategy, how you going to set your stop loss, and will be below the structure. Stop loss size will be depends on candle shape at the end of the structure, and we move to the outside. This is one valid position. If you take a high probability position, we will press approaching this area and sell to the downside. Okay guys, next we move to Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, we similar to Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, we at the middle of structure, price develop in this area. So Japanese yen, quite a similar structure we can see. However, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen already have a touch from here first before Aussie, Japanese yen. Now we approaching this area to sell the setup. So there will be one move that I willing to enter, which is a sell position. Stop loss will be always above the structure, entry order below the structure, and we sell to the downside. So for last week, if you're able to capitalize for this position is 8th of April. It's good you're able to buy this position price trade move to the outside, only a small correction from here. If you're able to deal with the correction, you're still in the position. So however, if you're not in the position, we focus on sell setup for this pair. Next we move to CHF Japanese yen. CHF Japanese yen in high time frame. Understand this is one big structure from coming from this big impulse in the middle of structure. For this moment, what I'm waiting for is high probability trade is price move to this area and sell the position. However, if we count move to the outside, it's about 400 pips move to the upside. And in 1 hour time frame, very interesting structure. We understand this is one of multi-touch price at the third touch of the structure. So if you able to sell the setup, I don't think so. Is because price exactly close at 5 a.m. at the at this area. So what I'm looking for is if I want to enter, this is considered one valid position. I just wait price move to the downside. Wait any flag from here, any bear flag develop either from 30 minutes or 15-minute flag, 15-minute time frame, and sell my position from this area. The stop loss will depend on the flag. and sell this position, move to the downside. Okay, guys, very clean structure, easy to explain. So one of the clean structures so far for CHI JPY, and this is one of the sell setup. Final top pair will be Euro Japanese Yen. For the last week, Euro Japanese Yen, quite a clean structure if you're able to sell for valid position from here. So we expect price move to the downside again from this double top. This is considered triple top now, so we're going to have a triple top from here. If price able to approach this area again, I happy to sell the setup move to the downside again. See how the price develop, one of the structure, and if price move to the upside, I will sell the setup move to the downside. So if you take a triple top, you have the possibility to take a loss. So if you take a loss, move to next opportunity, which is the multi-touch from this ascending channel, you're able to capitalize. So that's all for top pair. Next we move to wildcard. Wildcard for this week, first pair is Euro Canadian dollar. Euro Canadian dollar, we see this is one big structure. We just wait price to approach this area again and move to the outside. So it will take time to develop because move to the downside is about 380 pips, quite a long journey, probably 1 or 2 weeks. So we let the price move and develop. Next, we move to USD CHF. USD CHF. This is considered a valid. Sorry, it's a consider a high probability trade, but still net development. We expect price to move to this area and sell the setup move to the downside. If we zoom in a little bit to count how many pips move to the outside, it's about 280 pips. So it's quite a long journey move to the outside. So we be patient and let the price develop. Okay guys, this all for this week. This is week 15. Hopefully you guys take note and ready for next week for this analyzing and forecasting. Ensure you plan your trade your plan, and goodbye. Subscribe to our YouTube and follow our Instagram.